Atma Namaste. Let us ask for divine blessings to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, Guru, Master, Chokoksui. You can invoke to your own spiritual teacher. Maha Guruji mailing all the great ones, Holy Gurus, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, spiritual helpers, all divine helpers, invisible helpers, Buddha Kwanen, Buddha Shakyamuni, all the bodhisattvas, the beings of light, our divine soul and higher self. We humbly invoke for your divine blessings, divine light, divine love, and divine power, for divine peace, divine illumination, divine grace, divine guidance, divine mercy, divine forgiveness, divine health, divine support, divine healing, physical healing and inner healing, for abundance, prosperity, success, growth, progress, for divine protection. May all these blessings come to us on all levels through time and space. Thank you, God, for your miraculous blessings and miraculous gifts. The gift of life, the gift of breathing, seeing, eating, sensing, hearing, touching, feeling. Thank you for a secured, safe life, a wholesome physical health, wholesome emotional health, wholesome mental health, wholesome spiritual health, wholesome financial health, and wholesome relationship or social health. Thank you, God, for your miraculous healings. Thank you for making us eligible to receive these higher knowledge, wisdom, and healings, which is healing our life every day. Our consciousness level is increasing and improving every day. Our health is improving. Our vibrations are rising high. Thank you, God, for all these miraculous gifts. Thank you in full faith. So be it, so be it, so it is. Om. Amen. Amin. Tathastu. We will chant Om 3 times. You can chant Amen or Amin. It will have the same effect. This will raise our vibrations. If there are negative thoughts, negative emotions, all will be flushed out and you will go higher up, sensing and feeling more positive energies. Connect to your own divine self, the God within you, which is called the soul. I am that I am. Visualize a bright star, maybe a illuminated golden lotus floating above your head. That is your soul light. That is the speck of God that is within you. I am that I am. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am not the mind. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am a being of light. I am pure energy with consciousness. I am in complete and permanent control over my body, my emotions, and my thoughts. So be it. I am one with God and I am one with all. So be it. Feel the downpour of beautiful divine energy from your own soul, God's energy pouring down making you feel calm, quiet from within, relaxed. Now let us forgive ourselves for all the mistakes that we have done in this lifetime or maybe in the past. Unconsciously, we carry all these baggages with us. Baggage of guilt, remorse, regrets, self-hatred, low self-esteem, insecurity, fears. These are all caused because if we have ever done any mistake, we are not being able to forgive ourselves internally, unconsciously. So we need to, it is very, very important when you want to be healed, you need to forgive your own self for all the mistakes that you have done. Because we are all human beings, we are not God. So visualize that bright lotus above your head, shining bright. That is a part of the God within you. That is your incarnated soul. Now visualize there is a mirror and you're looking into the mirror. As you look deep into your eyes, you see a bright light within your eyes, deep inside. That is your real soul, God's energies, pure God's energies. That is the God within you. Atma Namaste. I, the soul, I salute the divinity within you. I, the soul, I salute the God within you, the Krishna within you, the Christ within you, the Brahma within you, the Muhammad within you. I salute you. I forgive you for all mistakes you have done to me on all levels through time and space. I humbly seek forgiveness for all the mistakes I have done to you on all levels through time and space. I release you completely and permanently from all negative karmic bonds, cords, connections, all hurts, wounds, pains. I release you from all negative feelings, negative thoughts, negative emotions. May both you and I be completely and permanently healed on all levels through time and space, physically, mentally, emotionally, etherically, spiritually. We are one, we are one, we are one. Now visualize both these lights, one above your soul and the one that you're seeing deep inside your eyes, both these energies merging with each other. You are whole. Just affirm to yourself, I am whole, I am composed, I am secured, I am safe, I am that I am. Now visualize this bright light going up to the sun. As you look down from there, you see specks of light all around the universe and on Mother Earth. These little specks of light on Mother Earth is the soul light of all the humans that are there. And the little specks of light around the universe, those are stardust, the lights of the soul, who have already left their bodies, who have died, and only the soul is alive. Atma Namaste to all sentient beings and all souls in all 8 directions, above and below, in all dimensions. In the upper world, that is heaven, middle world, that is earth, and the lower world, that is hell. In all parallel universes, in all times, past, present, and future. I, the soul, I salute the divinity within you. I, the soul, I salute the God within you. I forgive you all for all the mistakes you have done to me on any level, in any lifetime. Rather, on all levels through time and space, no matter where we have been, I forgive you completely and permanently. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. May you be in peace. May you have the best that life offers to you. I humbly seek your forgiveness for all the mistakes I have done to you on all levels through time and space. May only love, peace, harmony, unity, and oneness exist between you and me. Om Shanti, 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 Om. May you be in peace, go in peace, be in peace, go in peace, be in peace, go in peace. Now, disconnect all the negative energy cords that you are connected with these souls. Like a knife, cut them. Cut, cut, cut. I isolate my energies from all unwholesome, unwanted, negative, unauthorized cords, connections, and energies. Aham Asangha, release them. Aham Asangha, Aham Asangha. Release them from any negative connections with you so that they do not keep bothering you or do not keep teaching lessons to you by hurting you or harming you. Lord God, Lords of Karma, thank you for neutralizing all my past karmas. Thank you for blessing me with a completely healed life on all levels. Thank you for materializing my wishes for the day to day. Make a wish. Thank you for neutralizing my karmas not only in the past but also in the present and future. Before even they mature in my life, may they be neutralized. That means suppose you are supposed to go through a suffering, because your karmas are neutralized, that suffering will not come to you at all. Before it comes, the balance is zero, it's squared off. Thank you for blessing me with a wholesome life, healed life, on all levels through time and space, a manifested life. Thank you for your divine protection on all levels, protecting me and my family members, my loved ones. Just visualize your loved ones. And all our possessions, belongings, dreams, desires, wishes, from all psychic attacks, contamination, harm, danger, loss, theft, damage, or any kind of cheating. Thank you, God, for your miraculous blessings, miraculous healings, and miraculous manifestations and materialization. Thank you in full faith. So be it, so be it, so it is. Om, Amen, Amin, Tathastu, 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 so it is. Atma Namaste. You know, something came to my mind, which I need to share. I mean, I was just told to share this. So before I share this, I need to give you the concept of the soul. First, let me tell you, some of you have already heard this. If I tell you, if I tell you that I, Mondrita, I am a mother, I am a trainer, I am a student, I am a wife, I am a child. See, I, Mondrita, my identity is only one. But I am playing the role of a mother, a trainer, a teacher, a student, a wife. So maybe my husband looks upon me as a wife. My parents look at me like children, like a child. My children look at me like mom, mother. No matter how they look at me, they are seeing only facets of me. They're seeing me as a whole, but they are seeing from a different perspective, from a different perception. As a mother, my children look at me. So they expect that I will protect them, I will love them, I will forgive them, I will take care of them. As a child, my parents see that since I have grown up, I will take care of them. I will earn and feed my children. I will take care. I'll give attention to them, time to them. As a teacher or a trainer, my students expect that I will share knowledge and wisdom with them. As a student, the guru expects that I will follow the teachings of the guru, of the teacher, right? So these are different facets of me, different aspects of me. But I, Mondrita, I have all these facets within me. So I have all these dimensions within me, right? Similarly, when I'm talking about each of us, when you, no matter what you are called, when you die, then people do not call you by that name. For example, if it is Atul or if it is Mondrita or it is Archana or Shoma, the moment you are dead, the body is lying there, people will say, hey, body utha, body le ja, cremate the body, burn the body. Then where did Atul disappear? Where did Archana disappear? Where did Shoma disappear? They did not disappear, na? So then you realize that Archana, Atul, Shoma, they and the body are separate. They're not the same. All this file, see, people say Archana was very good. Atul was a very nice man. They are not saying that that body was very good. The body is already finished. It's burnt. It's cremated. But they still they are taking name of that person. So who is that identity whom the people are referring to? That identity is none other than the soul, right? So that soul which is driving the body, which is making the body do things. When you cut your nails, you don't say that I am cutting Mondrita. Suppose I am cutting my nails. I will not say I'm cutting Mondrita. If Mondrita was the name of the body, if that was, if I would identify my body with Mondrita, that means I'm cutting Mondrita. When I would cut my hair, I would say I'm cutting Mondrita. No, I'm saying I'm cutting my hair. My hair. Whose hair? Mondrita's hair. So Mondrita and the hair are two separate identities. When I am thinking, I'm referring to all of you. Think of something. You say, I am thinking of the happiest moment of my life. If you are thinking, you and the thought is separate. You are thinking, what is the thinking causing? It causes a thought. It causes an image. It results into an image or a memory. So that thought that you are producing by thinking, that thought and you, who the thinker and the thought are two separate identities. Similarly, you say, I am feeling happy, I'm feeling sad, I am feeling. So you, the feeler, and the feeling is different. The feeler is causing the feelings. The feelings are coming after the existence of the feeler. The thoughts are coming after the existence of the thinker. So I am doing, you take some action, I am running. So the running is the action which is caused by the person who is doing it. So that identity and the thoughts, the words, the emotions, the doer and the doing, whatever the action is, the doer and the action are separate. That means the entity which is governing and running all these, the entity which is thinking, the entity which is feeling, the entity which is doing is separate from the result. So these are the fruits or the results caused by the identity. And that identity is none other than a speck of God within us. The consciousness, the wisdom, the love, the power of God within us. Whether you call it a soul or whether you call it whatever name you give it, it does not matter. The identity is there, it remains. Right? So what happens, let me share the screen so it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, let me just go to some slides. where I'll be able to. Okay, yes, let me come here. Okay, so yeah. So what is there or what was there always from Adi time? There was energy existing, right? There was energy existing everywhere. And this energy is pure energy with light and with consciousness, Chetna. It has wisdom, it has intelligence. That Chetna means the intelligence it has. So that is called the universal energy. We call it God. Whether you call it God or you call it Dog, it does not matter. It will still remain what it is. So that is universal energy, which we call it as God. We call it as Krishna. We call it as Christ, Jesus, whatever you name it, right? So what happened? Once upon a time, millions of years back, there was a Big Bang. You know about the Big Bang. So what happened was, during the Big Bang, okay. So when the Big Bang happened, that particular, sorry, dear. Okay, let me just explain. When that Big Bang happened, that huge energy threw out small specks of energy. It became molecules of energy which blasted out of it. And those little molecules gradually, it was like fire, right? Plasma energy. We know that energy is, I mean, it's like the sun. So when it condensed, when it solidified, it became different planets, right? Similarly, even smaller particles of that energy became souls. The same energy of God that is there, it became soul. So that soul, what happened is, it was pure as God's energy. God, out of these two souls he picked up, first he picked up one soul, gave it a body. That soul is pure energy with light. God gave it a body and called it Adam. In Hinduism, in other religions, same thing is there. There is Manu in Hinduism. In Christianity, he was called Adam. So he was as pure as God. So in the there's a heaven, there's a garden in the heaven where he used to live. He used to feel lonely, so God created another soul. He gave it a body of a female. He created the body of a female, named her Eve. So both of them were very happy. Only thing is, God said, do not go to this apple tree and have any apple, because those apples were filled with wisdom. This wisdom was not heavenly wisdom. It was earthly wisdom, the wisdom of life, basically. So man being man, obviously breaking rules was there then also. So Eve convinced Adam, and both of them went and had that apple. The moment they had the apple, they got the wisdom of life, the sense of, life and death, right and wrong, etc. Otherwise, before that, they were only having right, only pure. Impure, they could not even think. But the moment they disobeyed God, they created the first karma. The first deed was created of disobedience. So in that pure bright light, the moment there was one negative karma created, one speck of dark spot came in. Same if you read about Manu, same thing had happened. So God had saved only Manu and the Sapta Rishis, the seven rishis, the saints, seven saints. So what happened? That impurity, when it came, God said, now you cannot merge with me. So God is pure light, absolutely pure. The moment there is one dark spot, that dark spot makes that soul impure. God said, now what you have to do, you have to purify yourself just like you were in the beginning, completely pure, with spotless. Only then you can merge with me. So this soul, which has taken a body, it started taking birth one after the other. So every lifetime it is taking birth, and every lifetime it is called by a different name. The body's name is different. And in every lifetime it is doing something good, something bad. For example, a class 1 child will do mistakes or may understand if you teach them A, B, C, D, or writing, words and sentences, the child will understand. The child will not understand if you teach trigonometry to the child, right? So this is a baby soul. It is growing from nursery. It goes to class 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 12. So it's growing in every lifetime. As it is growing, its mistakes are reducing. This is called the soul cycle. So it is reducing its mistakes and doing more of good, less of wrong, less of mistakes. As it grows, purifies, does less of mistakes, it's purifying and becoming spotless. Finally, at the end of the soul cycle, that particular soul is clean of all mistakes. No more mistakes to be done. All the past mistakes it has done, it has cleansed and purified. So it becomes as pure as it was as God. Then it can merge with God again. So there are many people who maybe they are 80 years, 60 years, 50 years, but they keep doing so many mistakes. They keep doing so many impure acts, like hurting people, harming people, doing evil acts, doing crime. So they are, maybe the body's age is 60 years, 40 years, 50 years, but the soul's age maybe is only 3 lifetimes. So it is a baby soul still. As the soul takes birth in every lifetime, what is it doing? It is gaining more knowledge. It is gaining more wisdom. It is gaining more experience. It is growing and evolving. It is evolving. The level of consciousness is going up. So as the level of consciousness goes up, it is becoming wiser and wiser. So whenever you see that there is a person who is, very immature and is always troubling you, know that it's a baby soul in an adult body. And you will see, you will not feel angry towards that person. Right? So as I already told you, who am I? Who are you? So you are the speck of God, the soul within that body. The body is just like, I'll give you a very simple example. The Avengers that if you know about, whether it is Spider-Man, Superman, or Captain America, or Wonder Woman, whatever. So the person, when he wears that suit, only then he's empowered with those powers. When Spider-Man wears the suit, he can climb. When Iron Man wears the suit, he can fly. When Captain America wears that suit and has his shield, he can protect. So we are like that. The soul, when it wears its suit, that suit is the bodies that we wear, the physical body that we are wearing. Beyond that, we are wearing an emotional body. So primarily when you are born, maybe you were born a person who was very positive or a person who was very negative. I'll give you one example of my life. Since my birth, I have been in my childhood, I used to only smile and laugh, only. Nobody would see me crying. That's why what people used to do, my neighbors who were there, they used to come and pinch me hard. They used to come and hurt me invariably to see me cry, because they would say, we've never seen you cry. So they would do this to see me cry, but in a speck of a moment, I would be happy again. That was my inherent nature. So even today, when I am already, my body's age is 50, but today also, what is happening is, no matter how many blows are there, how many negative things come, how many challenges come, how many fears try to engulf me, how many people try to put me down, I break free and come out with the positivity that I have within. So that is the emotional body I am wearing. I am wearing an emotional body which is very happy, which is very positive, which is very uplifting, wholesome. Similarly, we wear another body, another suit called the mental body. That mental body is the thoughts, thoughts, imagination that you have. No matter what negative things happen, still I think of the best out of it. I'll give you one example of my life. People will take me wrong because you have to comprehend from the level which consciously or unconsciously my thoughts come. You know, when in front of my eyes, my husband died in the car accident, I was not aware that he was dead. I thought he was unconscious, though I had seen blood oozing out of his eyes, ears, nose, everywhere. But the moment later on, when I was paralyzed and in the hospital, and later on when I came to know that he's no more, he has passed away on that spot. The first thought that came to my mind was, if he had to die, he would die. If he was destined to die at that point of time, he would have anyway died. But I'm happy that he died with a very happy heart. We were celebrating. We were in such a joyous moment. He was going to his favorite place, Goa, and we were in such a high spirit. We were in high spirits. So in that happy moment, with that happy mood, he left the body in a speck of a second before realizing anything, before suffering. So I thought if he had to die, he would have anyway died. But thank God, he did not suffer. He did not have any kind of, trauma, tension, worry, suffering, anxiety, nothing. With a happy heart, he left. So in that worst situation also, I've been thinking, okay, what positive is there? Unconsciously, that is what the suit I wear, the mental suit I wear. Okay, so when we wear these suits, no matter how many suits we are wearing and what kind of suits, whether it is a bright suit, dark suit, red suit, blue suit, but I within, the soul within, I am who is within, is the real you. Okay. Okay. So what happens is, suppose you, the soul, decide to take birth in a body. So let this body be the glass. This is the soul. The soul has decided I will take birth in this body. So the entire soul does not come into the body. What comes is the juice of the soul, a speck of the soul. When it comes into the body, then what happens? Then what happens is, when it comes into this body, then that body is alive. That person goes through the life experiences. So you go through ups and downs, good and bad, evil and divine, whatever you go through. So you have certain good experiences, certain bad experiences, certain traumas, certain joy. So what happens is, in that glass, suppose you were orange and the juice has been mixed with sugar and salt and other ingredients. Now suppose, hypothetically, there is a chemical reaction and this glass breaks. Relate it to yourself. What happens is your body dies. So what happens? This goes back to the higher soul. It is called the higher soul. This speck of the soul, which is called incarnated soul. You have incarnated in the body. This is called Atma. This is called the Jivatma, which has come into the Jeev. So that Jivatma, the body is no more. It goes back to the Atma. What does it take back? It does not take back the properties you own. It does not take back the money that you have in the bank. It does not take back the clothes you are wearing, the shoes that you have. It only takes back the wisdom, the knowledge, and the experiences you have had. That is the only thing that you take back. So know, and the karmas, of course, the deeds that you have done, the cause and effect of those deeds, it takes back. So then realize what is your real treasure. The treasure of the soul is not how much money you have in the bank, is not how many properties you have. It is what good deeds you are taking back. It is what good, wisdom, the knowledge, wisdom that you're taking back. It is all the good emotions that you're taking back. It is all the good experiences, that you have had, all those you are taking back. Aren't those the real treasures? Because you are making your higher soul rich day by day by cleansing and purifying all the negatives from this juice. Whatever there is some kachra, there is some, dirt and dust, you are straining it with a strainer and getting rid of all those, waste, all those dirt and dust, and you're purifying. So when it goes back into the fruit, or it goes back to the atma or the soul, the more pure it goes back, the more the soul is more integrated. The moment the pure incarnated soul comes and merges with the higher soul, it is adding more light and more love and more intelligence and wisdom and more light to the soul. The soul becomes brighter. If it carries back darkness, suppose you have done a lot of crime in this lifetime, so the incarnated soul as it it has become a dark gray cloud of energy filled with all the evil acts that you have done. So when it is going back to the soul, what is it doing? It is making that beautiful soul. In the past lifetimes, maybe you've done a lot of good things, so the soul has a light of its own, bright. But this dark cloud goes and it darkens that soul. So think, what are your real treasures? If you have a huge accumulation of good karmas, good deeds, if you have a huge accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, your soul power, what will happen? Even if you're going through the worst of crisis, where maybe you have lost everything, maybe you've become a pauper, but if you have good karmas, your karmic bank has huge, good deeds. The moment you pray to your own soul, please send me some good karmas. I'm putting a ATM card, karmic ATM card. Send me some balance from there. I need to resolve this. I need to work it out. I need to be rescued. Immediately, the higher souls pours down that good deeds, that good balance, karmic good balance to you. And immediately, within no time, maybe you resolve that and you get out of that crisis. That's why it is wise to accumulate good karmas than money. If you compare, of course, we must be rich because that is Raja Yoga. The more money you have, the more you will be able to do good acts. You'll be able to help people. You will be able to remove poverty. You'll be able to do so many good services. So money is important. But when we compare that, what is more important, if you leave behind lots of good karmas for your children, you have done so many good acts that we have individual karma, we have family karma. So individual karma, my soul takes it. The family karma, whatever good deeds I'm doing in the family, there is a family soul. That family soul, you're adding more good karmas. So when you have more good family karmas, even if you do not leave any money for your children, but you have huge good karmas, from your good karmas, your children will be always safe, secured, and they will have a good life all their lives, until and unless, of course, they are criminals and doing lot of negative acts. But good samskar jo hai, good culture, rituals, good, education, good, morals and ethics that you give to your children, obviously they are carrying your energies also. But what you're leaving behind, wisely leave behind huge good karmas, then lots of money. That money will perish, but the karmas will remain. Okay. Now, let us continue with this. So, this is the first lifetime. First lifetime, there was maybe sweet lime. Now this goes back to that. Suppose think this is a bottle. Okay. So this glass broke and this juice went back to the bottle. Next lifetime, you come down, it is tomato juice. So this again will accumulate more experiences, wisdom. And then when the body dies, it will again go back to that bottle, if this is a bottle. So in that bottle, it has already the sweet lime juice or sweet lime and also the tomato after the second death. After the third death, so that bottle will have orange, sweet lime, tomato, and also the pineapple juice. So in the 10th bottle, after 10 times the soul had taken birth, after 10 glasses have broken, that bottle will have all the previous juices with all their colors. So the colors, the taste, and the essence of that juice will be there in that bottle. All these color of all the juices, taste of all the juices, essence of all the juices will be there in the bottle. That means from every lifetime, each wisdom, each experiences, each good deeds that you have done are all accumulating in that bottle. So in the 11th lifetime, when it comes into, see, in every new glass, you are having a mixture of the previous juices. So in the last, you are having the mixture of all the previous juices. So whoever tastes will have the taste, the qualities of all the previous juices. Same happens with the soul. As the soul takes births, matures in new births, it is having the mixed culture, mixed wisdom, mixed which it has taken in all lifetimes. So naturally, it is a much wholesome as the soul matures. These concepts are important. That's why I'm sharing with you. These are human beings when they are taken, through the GDV camera or Killian camera, when they are shot, this is done by the scientists. So a person full of anger, this will be his aura. These are the energies. Anger energy looks like this. It's reddish, yellowish, reddish. So what does that anger energy do? It is occupying areas of the body. Fear energy, it is occupying, and that energy is occupying parts of the body. Disgust, happiness, sadness, surprise, anxiety, etc. So like this, what happens? Every emotion, it has a quality of energy. It has a density of energy. It has certain properties. It has certain colors. So when the moment we are having that feeling of anger, hatred, jealousy, those energies start flowing into our body through our energy channels, which are called nadis or meridians in English. It flows into different parts of our bodies and it settles down in certain organs or certain parts of the body. Every cell of our body has the capacity to store 8 GB of energy. So 8 GB of sadness, it is stored in the back. Another 8 GB of sadness, another cell dead. Another 8 GB, another cell dead. Like this, what happens finally? From the back, actually it occupies the back heart chakra. There is an energy center which is called the back heart chakra. Through that back heart chakra, gradually it comes to the physical heart and starts occupying in the physical heart. So when that sadness, grief occupies the physical heart, then what happens? The physical heart starts dysfunctioning. A physical doctor, medical doctor sees the heart is not functioning, there is blockage. Why there is blockage? He does not understand. The blockage is of the grief, the pain, those energies have clogged up. So the heart has a blockage. The tension, stress, worry, these are creating blockages in different parts of the body. The cells are dying over there. So when in a pipe in between there are 10 cells dead, the pipe is not being able, the liquid is not being able to flow freely because in between there is blockage. That's why it is important to let go, to release all the negative emotions, negative feelings, negative whatever we have within us. Unless and until you release these, it's you who is going to suffer, not anybody else. You may judge or criticize others, but ultimately you are the garbage bin. You're dumping them within you. All this garbage, unconsciously, unknowingly, you are dumping within yourself. So who will be affected, others or you? So as I was saying, the soul cycle and karma. So in the bottle holds sand. Okay. So when you pour sand in the first glass, that glass has pure golden sand. Now in this lifetime, you have done something good, something bad. All the all the bad that you have done, some golden sand has converted into dark gray or black sand, because those are dark acts or evil acts that you have done. So when the body dies, when the glass breaks, that sand goes back, it's poured into the bottle again. Now the bottle is mixed with gold and black sand. Again, it is poured into the second glass. Again, you do some good, some bad. Maybe more of black comes in. So like this, during this lifetime, there is a considerable mixture of gold and black. So the more you can reduce that black and create the pure, create it into a pure golden sand, then what will happen is, maybe in these lifetimes, the later lifetimes, when you're pouring only golden sand. So then what is happening? The moment you're pouring golden sand, your life is wholesome, your life is peaceful, your life is free of sufferings, your life is free of all, negativities. That should be our target. To have a good life, we need to reduce the number of black sand. We need to increase the number of golden sand grains that we have. Okay. So another concept I will give you here, which is important. Think of an hourglass. I don't have the image over here. Think of an hourglass. What happens in the hourglass? The sand pours from the upper chamber to the lower chamber. So suppose in the, this bottle is called Prarabdha Karma. Prarabdha Karma is you are accumulated good deeds. Sorry, I'm very sorry. This is called Sanchita Karma. This is called Sanchita Karma, where you are accumulating all the good deeds, wisdom, good action, good thoughts, good words. And these are the Prarabdha. Prarabdha means the entitlement to receive. So when this bottle is turned over and like a hourglass, from this it pours. What pours down is what you are entitled. So if you have lot of, black sand, what happens is, what comes into the glass, it's pouring continuously. So sometimes some golden sand falls in your life, in this life. So at that point of time, you're having a good time. You win a lottery and you're very happy and you get married. And then as it is pouring from that bottle, some black sand falls. The moment that black sand falls into your life, what happens is, that time you're going through a suffering, a crisis, some kind of, trauma. So that moment you are entitled to receive, because you have accumulated that in the Sanchita Karma in your higher soul. Your higher soul is filled with those dark gray sands and golden sands. So consciously, now that you have the awareness, the more you purify, not only the sand that you have in this lifetime, but we are also purifying past lifetime. When we are purifying that and we are creating in that bottle the higher soul, we are converting all the gray and black sand into golden. So then we become entitled to receiving only gold, gold, gold in the present and in the future. Okay. So what happens? We in the body is the Jivatma, or the incarnated soul. So the body has the speck of God, which is called Jivatma. The Jivatma comes from the God, higher soul, right? That if this is 10-watt bulb, this is 10-watt bulb, this is 100-watt, because the Atma is more powerful. From that, just a particle of it has come. God, actually, Supreme God is called Brahmatma or Supreme Divine. God is so powerful, so big, so, it is millions of watt. In our little brains, we can't even comprehend what is God. We can't imagine that. We do not have the power to imagine that. He's so huge, so powerful. So a speck of that Supreme God or Brahmatma pours down and it creates the Paramatma, or it is called the divine spark. The divine spark is the speck of the energy of Supreme God. It is just like, understand this, just like you are the speck, your body has the speck, one molecule of your Atma. This is one molecule, this is the Atma, this is the Jivatma of God. If you call this Atma, this is the Jivatma comparatively. So this Atma of God is called Brahmatma, and this Jivatma of God is called Paramatma. So you will know, you will see that we say, Are Paramatma se ek ho gaya. That is what we can comprehend. We can only comprehend till this little molecule of God, which is called Paramatma. So in Christianity, they say God the Father, which is Brahmatma, God the Son, which is divine spark or Paramatma, the Holy Spirit, that is the Atma or the soul. Amen. Amen or I am. They also call it I am. Even Moses and Jesus both had said, I am that I am. So that I am means the incarnated soul or the Jivatma. So we are just a minuscule speck, nothing at all. So don't ever think I am all powerful, I am and have pride and have, we are nothing. We are not even like a small speck of dust, smaller than that. Okay. So this is how it happens. Above your head, when I say a bright star or a gold lotus, lotus of light, that is actually the incarnated soul. That is actually the Jivatma, which is above your head. That soul light, soul energy is engulfing you. It's like your body is like a sponge. So the soul energy is outside and inside your body. Your higher soul, which is 100-watt bulb, this Atma or the higher soul, which is called the Holy Spirit in Christianity. When baptism is done, what happens basically? When baptism is done, that time your channel to your Holy Spirit, your channel to your, the Atma or the God within you is cleared, and you get clear connection to your Atma. So the higher soul, it is actually residing in heaven, high up, but you are connected to your higher soul through that particular small energy cord or pipe, which is called the spiritual cord. In Sanskrit, it is called Antarkarna. So when you are connecting your, clearer the connection is, if this path is clear, then you can easily connect to your soul. Soul is God, nothing else. It is God. You are getting the powers from your own God. God has actually given us personal gods. And our personal God is our higher soul. You do not need to worship Brahma, Shiva, Jesus, etc. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not against anything, but what I'm saying is, if you connect to your higher soul, that is your God. That is your personal God. God has given you. Through that God, you connect to the deities. The deities, the world teachers, they are very illuminated beings. So actually, it is your higher soul that gets the power from them. Because if the incarnated soul is 10-watt bulb, this is 100-watt. If the holy masters are actually divine spark. Brahmatma, supreme divine, is invisible. That speck of molecule that comes down as divine spark is the world teachers, the holy masters, the great beings. So you, the incarnated soul or Jivatma, cannot connect to 1000-watt bulb. Who connects to the 1000-watt bulb is the Atma, which is 100-watt bulb. So you need to connect to your higher soul. The more connection you have with your higher soul, the more you will receive the blessings and power of your Guru, of the holy masters, and then you will receive it through them. You will receive it from Brahmatma or Supreme God. So actually reality is, connecting to them is, you will not receive their blessings. Your prayers will not be answered until and unless your channel to your 100-watt bulb or to your Atma is clear. If this channel is clean, then this channel will be clean and easily it will flow from here to here. Okay. So as I said, the soul is wearing a physical body. The soul is white color. So the soul energy is everywhere. The suit it wears is the physical body. The suit up beyond that it is wear is the energy body or the etheric body. Right? Our chakras, meridians are all present in this energy body or etheric body. These are invisible bodies. This is physical body is visible body. The soul is wearing a suit of emotions. The soul is wearing a suit of mind. That is all the thoughts that you have, the imagination that you have, the dreams that you have. And then the soul is wearing a body of your spirituality, your God within you, the purity, the divinity that is there. So who are you? You are actually the soul, that is the I am within the physical body, within the emotional body, within the etheric body. Emotional body, etheric is energy body, within the emotional body, within the mental body, within the spiritual body. That is really who you are. You are speck of God wearing these suits. You become powerful only when you have a physical body. You can hit somebody when you have a physical body. When the physical body is dead, you cannot hit. You cannot do any physical action. When your emotional body is not there, you don't feel. Plants do not have emotional body. They cannot feel. Plants do not have mental body. They cannot think. Right? So these are only the suits that we have. Okay. So I will just probably end today here because we have a lot of, this thing which has come in. Yeah, we will just end it here. So who is I am? I am is the soul, which is wearing a physical suit, energy suit, astral or emotional suit, a mental suit, and a causal suit. Causal is actually what happens is when the physical body dies, all its atoms, protons, neutrons disintegrate, right? Whether you cremate or you burn, it disintegrates. Gradually, this is the physical body, right? Gradually, the energy body, the molecules in that also disintegrates. After a while, the emotional body, the energies in that, the molecules, atoms, protons in the astral body or emotional body also disintegrates. And finally, the mental body, all the thoughts, emotions, the thoughts, images that are there, the molecules that are there, that also gradually disintegrates one after the other. What remains is the causal body. The causal body is nothing but the body of God. The soul is a part of the causal body. The soul then is carrying back only what it has picked up from these bodies. Okay, so close your eyes. Visualize the bright, star or a bright lotus, golden lotus made of pure gold energy, light energy, sparkling and radiating above your head. And let us do the soul affirmation, which will connect your incarnated soul to your higher soul. So when you say I am, that I am, the second I am is the higher soul. So visualize a very, very big and bright star high above. and your lotus is connecting through a cord of light to that bright light above, the bright star above, which is your higher soul. I am that I am. Remind yourself, I am not the body. That is a suit I'm wearing. I am not the emotions. That is a suit I'm wearing. I am not the thoughts. That is also a suit I'm wearing. I am the soul. That is what really I am. I am a being of, what do you contain? What do you have within you? I am a being of divine intelligence. You have intelligence within you. A being of divine love. You have love within you. I am a being of divine power. You have the power to do things. This is what really you are. I am that I am. I am a being of pure energy with light. Repeat this after me. I am a being of pure energy with light. I am in complete and permanent control over my body, my emotions, and my mind. So be it. I, the soul, I am a being of pure energy and light. I am in complete and permanent control over my body, my emotions, and my thoughts. So be it. I, the soul, I am a being of pure energy of God and light of God. I am in complete and permanent control over my body, which is a suit, over my emotions, which is the second suit, and my mind, which is the third suit. So a shawl, the shawl that you wear, so be it. So the shawl that you wear, the suit that you wear, the warm clothes that you wear, it is all under your control what you will do. If the shawl gets dirty, you wash it and clean it. So you purify it. If your dress gets torn, you stitch it. So physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever happens, you have the power, you the soul, you have the power to change it. So let us give thanks to God. Thank you, God, to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, Guru, Master, Chivakoksui, Mahaguru. All this comes from the Guru. I've learned everything from the Guru, from the spiritual teacher. To Master Chokoksui, Mahaguruji mailing, all the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, all spiritual helpers, spiritual teachers, to my divine self, which is your incarnated soul, and to my higher soul. I gracefully and humbly thank you for the knowledge that has been shared today, for the wisdom that I have accumulated. Thank you for giving me the powers to change whatever is wrong, negative, dark within me. Thank you for enhancing only the good within me. Thank you, God, for your divine blessings, divine healings, and miraculous materialization and manifestations in my life. Thank you in full faith. So be it, so be it, so it is. Om. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to serve you. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Keep absorbing the soul energy which is pouring down from heaven now. You are empowered because your own higher soul actually empowers you. The power comes from your higher soul. So absorb it as much as possible. Don't take a shower within the next 12 hours. Let your bodies absorb all this energy. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.